know what's wrong with me.
It's this quarter-life crisis thing that everyone's talking about.
At 25 years old, Queenie Jenkins navigates love, life and trauma. Years in the making, the TV series was filmed on the changing streets of Brixton, where gentrification is shaping a new identity.
To every purpose there is a season!
Welcome to South London, ladies. How are we feeling?
Feeling good, yeah.
Thank you.
Candice, Queenie has been described as many things. The Black British Bridget Jones, emotional, messy. How do you describe her?
I describe her as a 25-year-old Black British woman who is just trying her best in a world that doesn't really like her a lot.
You're not on my side, Tom.
I can't take the drama.
Your life's looking a bit messy.
And Dion, you've come in to play this character that is beloved, best-selling book. How much pressure did you feel?
I felt a bit of pressure just because the book it did so much for so many people, especially within our community. And I definitely wanted to do a good job, and I definitely wanted to do it service and justice.
It would be nice for something of ours to be passed on, given the baby will be half-caste.
One day, I'm just going to say, well, hopefully you'll be dead and gone long before you even get to meet it.
It was just a really kind of difficult moment that was obviously quite racist. How difficult was that to embody and be in, and how did you find time to kind of process that?
Yeah, there were days where it was heavy, there were days where I was slightly overstimulated and I needed to decompress by myself. There were days where we wrapped and I just went home and I hardly spoke. But that was part of the process.
Candice, when you first came up with this character, it was Black Lives Matter. How have things moved on, do you think? How do you perceive that things have moved on in 2024? And how did you update the character?
I don't think that things have moved along enough, so I didn't have to really update her a lot. I'm looking forward to a time that we don't have to have, I guess, separation of, like Black Lives Matter. I think it should just be, part of our society. And also I think Queenie's been important to me because she is a Black lead, but I don't think it should be that important for her to be a Black lead in 2024, but we're still here,
You sound almost kind of frustrated by that.
I know the country that we live in, and I know how it sees us and treats us, and so I also know how hard I had to work to make sure the show was what it was, and I don't think I would have had to work that hard if I was someone else.
What mistake did I make that my granddaughter would give her grandfather a heart attack?
Another thing to add to the quarter-life crisis.
Call the ambulance on your way out!
Dion, I read that you don't kind of use social media that much. You don't kind of have a platform in that sense. And I wanted to know why.
I just don't want to.
Is it scary? Is it too much?
No, I just don't feel like I need to. It's not something I need to do.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Whereas Candice, yours is a bit bigger, quite loud. In that creative space, lots of people have kind of been talking about those creators who haven't maybe used their platform and haven't spoken out about issues. Because at the moment we've got like stories on Insta of all eyes on Rafa, all eyes on Sudan. What do you make of that?
I think that everyone should say what they want to say, genuinely. I think that social media is a really interesting thing. I think it's obviously very divisive. I think it can be a great tool, but also I think it can be a really punishing space for people. And I think that social media is great, and if you want to share your feelings and your opinions and outreaches on there, that's great, but sometimes actually it's good to do things in your own communities and to just take to the streets.
Just finally, for both of you, what do you want the audience to take away from Queenie?
And I've said it so many times, but it is okay to be messy, and it's okay to love yourself in all seasons.
I think for me it's been really interesting, I guess even with filming, to look at what it's like when the people around Queenie, what they're saying about her, what they're thinking about her when she leaves the room. And I think it's important for Queenie to understand that she is loved despite her messiness.
Ladies, thank you very much, Dion, Candice, and welcome to your South London. I said it right, didn't I? South London premiere. And thank you.